Hey there everybody, Drumas from Retro Carts and More, back to talk about another rare game. This episode I will discuss one of the more talked about games for all the wrong reasons. Action 52 for the Nintendo Entertainment System. Action 52 is an unlicensed multi-cart released by Active Enterprises in 1991, consisting of 52 individual games. Now, compilation games were pretty common back in the NES days from unlicensed companies who would usually just cram a bunch of old Famicom or NES games on a single cartridge. But Action 52 was somewhat unique in that all of its games were original to this compilation. Active Enterprises went all out with the release of the game with a grand unveiling and press release proclaiming the future release of action figures for the main game Cheetah Men and Disney-quality Saturday morning cartoons, none of which ever came to fruition. Furthermore, the initial retail price was $199. I mean, shit, I can buy a brand new Wii console today for that price. But their reasoning for this price was the large amount of original games within the compilation. It would cost a little under $4 a game, which is a bargain if the games are good. At first glance, the graphics are not at all that appealing, some of which look just a step above the Atari 2600. But graphics aren't everything, as long as the game plays good, right? Unfortunately, most of these games are just horrible. You name it, this card's got it. Poor hit detection? Check. Shitty controls? Check. Problematic gameplay? Check. Loathsome music? Check. Everything that makes a game horrible is present in almost all these games. AVGN did a review on this game, that's how bad it is. It's usually voted the worst NES game ever on the internet, and for very good reasons. This game had rush job written all over it. Active Enterprises had the business knowledge and ambition to start this project, but did not realize that it's the quality of the game that counts. I would have rather seen 9 or 10 good games over 52 shitty ones. They even had a contest for one of the game's ooze, in that if you finish the 5th level, you get a code to enter a $104,000 drawing. The problem with this is that you couldn't get that far because the game glitches up or becomes impossible to finish. What a failure. Bad games are made for a lot of different reasons. Budget problems, inexperienced programmers, schedule restraints. I believe Active put together a compilation of barely functioning games with a great marketing strategy, thinking that that would be enough. Unfortunately, it just doesn't work that way, and I don't think Active even expected the backlash they got. Okay, so the gameplay. Every game is different from the other, but the gameplay is still pretty similar. There are mostly space shooters and platformers, and the same controls are utilized for most games. Okay, so not every game in Action 52 is bad, but the ones that could be decent are ruined by the horrible controls and hit detection. You have technically beaten the game, yeah, I'm using that term loosely, beaten. You have technically beaten the game once you complete a series of levels, usually 4 of them, and then it loops back to the first level. I mean, you don't even get any personal satisfaction in beating these shitty-ass games. Ironically, you can pick this game up today for a little more than it was retailed for in 1991, about $230. But a lot of these games have numerous programming flaws, which results in the game shutting off, some of the games not working, or the cart getting hot to the touch. I had to buy 3 copies of this game before I found one that functions correctly. That's over $600 I spent to get one that works properly. So, unless you're a collector or a dumbass like I am, I do not recommend this game. Well, that about wraps things up. Drumas at Retro Carts and More. See ya!